Thank you, Mr. President. On the 1st of June, I attended the launch of the Rail, Tram and Bus Union New South Wales branch Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander launch at Carriage Works, Everleigh. The relationship and the history of First Nation communities and New South Wales railways is a complex one and has created both opportunities as well as harm. The railways across New South Wales, from the Hunter to the Riverina, from the north coast to the far west, offered First Nations people employment and in some cases a pathway out of the tight control of the missions and reserves. However, the railway network also saw colonial infrastructure overlay country already connected through song lines, trade routes and ceremonial pathways. Routes that shaped cultural life for thousands of years were transformed into pathways that prioritised industry and control. Platform 1 at Central Station reminds us of an especially shameful part of our history, where First Nations children were taken from their families and transported away from country to institutions such as Cootamundra Girls' Home and Kinchela Boys' Home. Children were forced into systems of labour and servitude, and their culture and identity were erased. In remembering this history, in his speech, Warren Kelly, the RTBU ATSI chair, highlighted that in places such as Everleigh, notwithstanding the challenges they faced, First Nation workers persisted throughout history to build and support their families and communities. Kelly stressed that we must look back on this history and realise the importance of promoting a continuation of First Nations people helping to shape the institutions and organisations that they were part of. He further emphasised that we've been seen through collective strength and activism. We bring about vital advocacy bodies such as the Aboriginal Legal Service, the Aboriginal Medical Service, the Aboriginal Housing Company and the mighty Redfern All Blacks. The RTBU ATSI committee functions as a living, breathing example of the belief that First Nation workers must always stand together. Our governments and union movements in Australia must understand and exemplify that achieving workers' rights is an intersectional fight. How can we genuinely achieve rights for our workers if we leave our First Nation voices behind? RTBU New South Wales Branch Secretary Toby Warnes affirmed this in his speech, highlighting that the union movement has always belonged to workers demanding dignity and respect for all. I thank all those involved in the creation of the committee, including Warren Kelly, Organiser Helen Bellett, ATSI Co-Chair Erin Dunn and Mark Champley, who I note are all present in the chamber today.
Thank you very much.